Today, we're going to tackle something that I know can be super stressful for a lot of people, mastering that bilingual business interview. We're going to break it down so you can walk in and communicate with total confidence. Let's get right into it.
Welcome to another GIST English Masterclass, where we transform your basic English into professional English.
We've got 4 key areas we're going to walk through today. First, how to think like a pro. Then, how to prepare your answers. After that, we'll cover communicating with confidence, and finally, how to finish the interview strong. Okay, so first things first. And honestly, this is the most important part of this whole thing. It's a complete mindset shift. You have to stop thinking of the interview as an English test. It's not. It's a business conversation, and your only goal is to show them your value. So take a look at these 2 candidates on the screen. You've got candidate A, who's talking fast, maybe a little nervous. And then there's candidate B, who is speaking slowly and carefully. Now, who do you think gets the job offer? It's candidate B, every single time. And the reason for that is actually pretty simple.
And here is that reason. The golden rule you need to remember: clarity beats fluency. Always. You know, speaking slowly doesn't make you sound unsure. It makes you sound controlled, thoughtful, and way more confident. Trust me, if you feel like you're speaking too slowly, you're probably at the absolute perfect pace.
All right, so now that we've got our mindset right, let's talk about the practical stuff. Preparation isn't about memorizing some random business English phrases. No way. It's about mastering your specific industry's English, the exact words the interviewer is listening for. Here's a really simple 3-step process for this. I call it the vocabulary audit. Step 1. Go through the job description and just highlight all the key verbs and nouns. Step 2. Take those verbs and get comfortable with the past tense, because you're going to be talking about what you've done. And step 3, use their specific nouns. Seeing you handled budget allocation instead of just money instantly proves you're part of their world. Now, you've probably heard of the STAR method for answering questions, right? Well, for non-native speakers, I think there's a much better way. It's the PREP formula, and it's a total game changer. It's just point, reason, example, and point again. It's super simple, really powerful, and it keeps your answers incredibly organized.
And just look at the difference here. It's night and day, isn't it? The STAR answer is kind of hesitant, a little hard to follow. But the PREP answer, it is so confident, so clear, and totally structured. It just lands so much better.
Okay, you've got the right mindset, you've prepared your answers. Now let's talk about delivery. How you sound is just as important as what you say. And don't worry, there are some really simple techniques to help you project that confidence.
Here are 3 golden rules. First, the consonant rule. Don't worry about your accent on vowels. Focus on hitting those final consonants clearly, because that's where the meaning is. Second, the power pause. If you forget a word, just stop. Take 2 seconds of silence. It sounds thoughtful, not panicked. And third, the 3-word breath. It's a simple trick to slow yourself down and keep your mind clear.
Now, this next one is so important, especially if you come from a more collective culture. I call it the humility trap. In many places, saying we is the polite, normal thing to do. But in a Western business interview, it sounds like you're hiding. You must use I. You're not bragging, you're just giving them the information they need to evaluate you.
The dreaded "what's your weakness" question. The absolute worst thing you can say is, "my English is bad." Nope. Instead, use this framework. Talk about a specific skill you're working on or in an environment you've had to adapt to. Both of these show you're self-aware and you're focused on growth. Okay, we're in the home stretch. Look, everyone makes mistakes. The real difference between a good candidate and a great one is how they recover. So let's look at how to handle those tricky moments and finish on a real high note. So picture this. The interviewer asks a question and you have no idea what they just said. Your mind goes totally blank. It's a classic moment of panic. So what do? Well, you definitely don't just guess. You use a recovery script. This phrase right here is perfect. It doesn't make you look lost at all. It actually makes you look diligent and engaged. You're showing them that you really care about giving a precise, thoughtful answer. And what about that other big fear? Making a simple grammar mistake. That feeling, right? Your first instinct might be to apologize over and over again. But I'm telling you, don't do it. The professional move is so much better. You just correct it and move on. Correction is your magic word. An apology screams a lack of confidence, but a quick correction, that signals competence. It's just like a writer fixing a quick typo.
At the end, when they ask if you have any questions, the answer is always, always yes. It's a non-negotiable cultural rule. You can ask a safe, low-risk question, which is fine. But if you want a high reward, ask about the team's biggest challenges. This frames you as a problem solver who's already thinking about how you can help.
So let's end with this one final thought, and it's a really important one. I want you to shift your identity. You're not a non-native speaker. You are a bilingual professional. You have a superpower, the ability to navigate multiple cultures and communicate across borders. That's an asset, so own it.
If you found this explainer informative, please like, share, and send it to someone who might need it. And if there's any topic you'd like us to teach you, just leave it in the comments section. We'll see you in the next session.